at USC. Thank you so much for coming here today. What is the purpose of Women's History Month?
Women's History Month. One of the big problems that any group has that in some way has been oppressed is they lose contact to their history.
You are a professor, associate professor of religion and gender studies at USC. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
You're a Christian. What is gender studies?
You'll need
So
a top-notch team to
gender
win this
is
one.
something that it's a key part of a person's identity. And
don't
it's
have to be
not
a
something,
witch
it's
to
like
find the
the
magic
same as
in
race,
this
it's not
world.
something you
But
choose.
it does help.
You know, it's something that you are faced with. It's changeable, but it's a social identity.
But we
and
only have
individuals in society have to negotiate.
we only have two genders, and that male and female, right? And so you teach about those two things, male versus female, or male and female.
I've made my
Am I right about that?
Yes.
There's no other
I
gender,
am
right?
fighting every day. You
Well,
don't have
gender
to be a
is
witch to find the magic
Actually,
in
a
this
rather
world.
flexible
30
thing.
seconds before you
Now, not all
Get
Western
ready.
culture is a
Gambit got
culture
more
like
than
you
one
get a
ace up the
form,
sleeve.
it says male, it says
Stand
female,
by,
you tick
Marie.
one.
Let
But there
Gambit
are
handle
some
this one.
cultures which actually do have more than one gender.
You know, I wanted to ask you about the nasty women rally they had in Washington, D.C. and around the country. Were you a part of any of that?
I went to the women's rally here in LA.
Oh, you did?
3, 2,
The women there was really, really dirty. You know, you had Madonna screaming about blowing up the White House. You had women wearing these pink hats.
I'd have loved to have them, but I didn't time to make one.
And they're supposed to represent the vagina or something, right?
Yet
Those
another
hats.
reason to tip.
Yeah,
Did you want to wear a vagina hat on your head?
you know, there's various stories about that. I think that
Now you do the
the
same for
hats
me, Lee.
haven't really
They
got
said
anything to do with
vagina.
it.
I asked.
It's, it's from quiet. I
Right.
think that, but it's
Would you have wanted to wear a hat on your head?
Yet another
if I'd
reason
have been able to get them, because I think it was a way of saying, look, we women are here.
got your back.
We are not going to allow our reproductive rights to be taken away. That was one of the major focuses.
But the way normal people saw that, they saw these women as being
Easy to tip, shit.
men haters, you know, family hating, abortion, LGBT, homosexual kind of women. And they displayed themselves in a way where a normal man would never consider marrying them or even associating with them because they were so gross in those rallies.
Look, I was on the street that day, and there were 750,000 folks here in LA on the street. It was amazing. And like these were all cool people. I mean,
I know, but
these
it was
were-
the dirty
these were-
people.
No, these
You had Black Lives Matter, you had the radical homosexual, you had the
so Black
LGBT.
Lives Matter is a nasty thing.
Yes. They are worse than the KKK.
You think that Black Lives Matter? So you don't think that Black Lives Matter?
That they need to be got rid of. They're worse than the KKK, and we're going to tolerate Black
You
Lives
think,
Matter.
you think that Black Lives Matter is worse than the KKK?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Because it's a very radical, agitated, evil organization that is built of radical black lesbians and radical
It's about protecting
black
young black
homosexuals.
men.
No, they never went into the black areas at all. Black on black crime out of control, and the only thing they did
You
was
sound like, no, look, black and black crime, this idea that black and black crime is out of control. Yes, black communities have problems. But actually, crime is down in the United States. If anywhere the crime
Well, you need to
is
send that
rising,
notice to
it's in-
Chicago.
It's in white communities.
so. That's why one of the reasons I say that Black Lives Matter is worse than the KKK because they're encouraging hatred rather than love. What did you think?
I don't, you know, there are lots of folks
Merci.
involved in Black Lives Matter. I mean, Black Lives Matter is a movement that has come out of the black community, but just made alliances with lots of people. You actually see
They're
black
all evil groups, though, not with good
well,
people.
the thing is, you said they're not with good people, but like these are the ordinary folks of America and California. These are, these are people of all ages, all races, all genders, all classes. It's about people coming together to build something better.
But would ordinary people chant in a rally, what do we want dead cops, when do we want it now, pigs in the blanket, fry them like bacon, and right after that, some folks go out and start killing cops? Would ordinary people do that?
Black Lives Matter.
But that's
Not
that, though.
about-
Would ordinary people do that?
In any politically, you always going to have
No, these are the answer.
but these are not the people who have the
No, I've interviewed them. Take my word. Take my word.
yeah, well, this sounds, you sound a bit like this.
Thank you.
Take my word on this. Even though nobody in Black Lives Matter, the leadership has never said anything like that.
So you would have worn, had you had a hat, you would have worn it in public at the Dirty Women rally.
People are dead, but like, they're all sorts of folks.
But they're all dirty.
That's not all dirty. Like, like some of the
You're
people
not
I
telling
saw
me
there,
yes. You don't look like a lady.
there were nuns in habit. There was a local Catholic parish that sent its group to this march, not to the other. Some people doesn't have. There are all sorts of people.
But dirty people. But you,
But you
tell
call-
me
you
yes
call-
or no,
but,
you would have worn a hat in public.
I would have worn a hat in public.
You would, you're a
For
professor.
the march. For the march. I'm not going to necessarily
What
wear
point would you have wanted to make with that hat?
It was a.
By Pharrell. I'm about to get lucky.
Oh, you said lucky?
Yes, lucky, not Mexican. Why would you think about Mexican?
Oh, I thought you stayed up all night to get a Mexican.
No.
Oh, but you stayed up all night to get lucky?
Yeah, lucky.
Oh.
Open
Well, are you
your
Christian?
eyes.
No, I'm
Reality is
You Muslim?
Yes.
You don't have to be a
Yeah.
witch
You
to
like-
find the magic in this
Are you
world.
like one of those Allah
it does
Akbar
help.
people?
What do you think that word means?
Well, I don't know what it means, but I
But
know
you-
when I
but
hear it
you
out
said
loud,
you-
what's going to happen next?
What's that supposed to represent?
Chopping off his head.
Chopping off that?
Allahu Akbar.
Magneto
So what does that
raised
word
me to
mean?
never stop
I'm about to
fighting.
take your
Don't
head
have
off.
to be a
Really?
witch
Yeah.
to find the
Okay, what's the
magic
actual
in this
definition of that
world.
word?
But it does help.
30 seconds
Die.
before you attack.
It actually means God is great. That's all it means. God is great.
Well, why do they have to yell that out before they get chopped their head off?
Because they're radical and they give good Muslims a bad name.
Then
Actual
I am
Muslims a
thankful
bad name.
I'm no longer in that
How come
place.
Muslims don't protest against them?
They are. Where are they not protesting?
I never see them in the street anywhere here protesting.
I mean, have you ever been to a mosque?
Battle starts
Oh,
in
yeah.
5,
Which mosque have you been to?
Culver City, Hollywood.
And have you asked the imams there how they feel about radical Muslims?
No, when I see them get on their knees and they go, oh,
So what you're doing
I'm out of
is
there.
what you're doing
I'm
is
like,
making
what
I
the?
expect you to find yourself.
so what you're doing is making fun of the way we pray. Is that what it is?
Seriously.
Why?
Because I don't know if they're like,
Yeah.
the what?
Because he doesn't understand.
Right.
Do you speak any
And
other
I don't
language?
know
Hold on,
if
hold
they're
on.
trying to cut my head off. or not.
Do you speak do you speak any other
Are
language?
you afraid of?
Can I ask you a
No, I
question? Okay, so let's say if I speak my native language is Urdu, you would be scared? Why?
Yeah.
You.
I'd be like, English.
Why?
This is America.
Okay. And? But isn't America multicultural?
Yes.
It shouldn't be that.
Why?
Because it divides us. Because these people come in from all these different countries, and they bring their crazy ideas with them, and they want to turn this country to their idea of where it came from. I don't like that, do you?
I mean, I'm more for diversity. What's wrong with diversity? I mean, we have multicultural food, multicultural clothes. I think cultural differences is what makes us be together. Is what
No.
helps. Why is that?
Becoming one makes us be together.
Yeah, we're one human.
One nation under God.
Yeah, we're one nation we're one nation with multicultural groups.
But I don't like that.
So why? Is it because I think that's I don't want to use the word racist, but I think that's what you're coming off across as.
What do you mean?
Is that you don't want people from other races to come into America because of their race.
No, because of that and those crazy ideas.
So are you agreeing to being racist? Is that what it is?
I'm not, no such thing as racist.
You don't think there's racism? So if you hate, so let's say hypothetically, I don't like your skin color, which is not true, but would that not be racist?
No,
Why would that not be
it'd
racist?
be hateful. Do you date outside of your race?
Yeah, I have. I've only dated outside of my race.
You only date outside. Why is that?
You don't choose who you love.
I mean, why did you choose your own people?
Like I just said, you don't choose who you love. I don't choose who to love.
So you walk past the olive or Abba girl.
Can we call them Pakistani? Can we call them Pakistani?
Okay. So you have a line of women, right? You have the Pakistani, you have the white, you have the Mexican.
Girls
you have
don't
the
line
black.
up for me. Girls
You
don't
walk-
line up for me.
You will always have, I ain't gonna love that one. I love the white girl.
No, like I said, I don't choose who I love.
Which race have you
I've dated Asian and
Asian.
Asian, Mexican, and yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
And white, sorry, white.
I knew you had dated a white girl.
Why? Why do you know I dated a white?
You didn't look like you have.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm trying to figure out.
Take it as a compliment.
I'll take this.
So why don't you like your own race?
It's not that I don't like them. It's that I haven't had the pleasure of getting close to many women of my race.
You don't have in your neighborhood?
They do, but it's different. I don't really. I go more off of people in school or people around me, or people at the gym.
You don't have any around you at school?
Not too many, no.
Not even one.
I mean, sure is one, but there's reasons why I don't approach them or I don't talk to them.
Why?
Could be many reasons. I mean,
Are they hard to, Pakistani women hard to deal with?
no, I think if you want to compare them to women, to Western women, they're easier.
So why don't you take the easy one then?
Because who wants something easy in life?
So what?
Who wants something easy in life? I
So
mean,
you want hell?
no, I don't want hell. I want someone that I don't choose who I love. If I talk to someone I love them, I'm gonna date them. If I talk to someone I don't like or love them, I'm not gonna date
But
them.
if you're not talking to the Pakistani woman, how do you know if you love her or not?
Because I haven't talked to them. So how am I gonna know?
Well, why don't you talk to them to find out?
Oh, I will. I'm 21. I'm still gonna talk to many women in my life. I'm not in a
So
hurry.
you're working your way up to them.
I'm not. No, I'm not working my way up. I'm living a stable life.
Do you know what it means to have moral standards?
I am straight.
More standards.
Moral, immoral.
Moral.
Yeah.
I mean, I got moral standards.
What does that mean to have that? Do
To-
you have moral? What are your
As in what? There's different types of morals for different things. Like, I'm not gonna walk outside and rob him, you know? I've got morals there just because he probably makes more money. I mean, I don't know, but like, I'm assuming, let's say, he's a rich guy and he's drunk on the street. I'm not gonna go and take his wallet from him. Like,
So
I
you
got
thinking that
morals.
he made more money because he's a foreigner and they come in with more money?
I was saying example. Example. You know?
You know how to Arab talk.
I don't know how to there.
But I'm not an Arab. though. I look like
I
him.
am Nakamoto.
I'll take that as a compliment.
And so, men who dress in dresses and think that they're a woman, they take off the men's body part and hook
Yeah.
on a woman's body part.
By the
Is
shades
that
of the
abnormal?
seraphim,
Yeah, definitely.
I
about you?
return.
Would you hang out with drag queens?
I have, yeah.
You hung out with drag queens?
Yeah, they're nice people.
Men dressed in dresses?
They're nice people, most of them. I mean, they're just like everyone. There's some that suck and there's some that are nice.
There are some that suck.
Yes, there are some that suck.
I don't think I would be saying that right now.
Leave me, darkness.
Are you saying that there's
Hold
some
on.
that suck?
Have you? I mean, maybe. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I've never hung out with any. So
So you hung out with drag queens?
Yeah,
And have you gone to a homosexual bar
yeah.
and you danced with them?
I don't dance, but
hold on.
Have
Just
you ever danced with homosexuals?
no. I mean, I did a little bit of ballet. I'm sure some of the guys in there were gay. They just,
Have you ever lonely danced with homosexuals at a homosexual bar?
no, I don't dance when I go to clubs or bars.
Huh?
I don't dance when I go to clubs or bars.
And how about you?
No, I've never been to a bar. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Would you? Oh, you don't drink. So would you go to a homosexual bar?
No.
Because I know a lot of millennial guys who've gone to homosexual clubs and parties, and they dance with
Vehicle
them.
reached a
I haven't even been
checkpoint.
to a straight bar. Why would I go to a
Would you
homosexual
do that?
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
I understand that because,
Good medicine.
you know, it's not about like, oh, I'm at a gay bar and there's gay guys dancing around. The DJs at gay bars are actually awesome. They play really good music and it's a lot of fun.
And so that'll make you want to dance with a homosexual?
I mean, you don't have to dance with a homosexual. You just go on the dance floor and everyone's dancing. Then no
Yeah.
one's really dancing with anyone.
Just, have
What do
you
you mean?
I mean, it's just a big
Doctor is in.
floor and everybody's out there dancing. Usually when you go and dance at a club or something like that, you go with your friends anyway and you dance with your friends. You don't, you know, it's kind of like the weird guys who like walk up to random people and start like dancing on them and stuff. And it's like, what are you doing? I don't
Oh,
know.
so it seems
At
weird
least
to
talk to me
dance.
first.
It seems weird to dance one to another, but
Jury.
in groups, everybody just standing there doing their thing. That's more normal now.
I mean,
Are you talking about groups of guys or groups of girls?
clubs.
At a club.
at a
With
club,
guys.
I mean, everybody's dance. There's guys, there's girls. There's actually a lot of women at gay bars too because they
Are they
just
lesbian?
no.
Lesbian!
Most of them are straight because they don't get hit on by obnoxious guys all night. They just want to go have fun and dance.
At a gay bar?
Yeah, because you guys won't hit on them.
So do you go to gay bars often?
No, I've been to one time. I don't drink either, and I don't smoke, so I don't really go out. Like,
Oh, I see.
I've been out like 4 times this year.
Why don't you trust a woman with your life? She'll kill you.
Why would I?
Yeah.
I mean, you were married before, right?
No.
You sure about that?
I have a
Oh,
kid,
you have
but I
a
ain't
kid,
married.
right? Yeah. So you slept with a woman. So how did you know your wife wasn't going to stab you in your sleep, or
I
your, or,
didn't.
sorry, your partner?
That's why I kept my eye open. Not fighting
So you slept with one eye
One
open,
eye open.
just in case she pulls out a knife and
Yeah,
just goes for
right.
the chest.
By the eye of Agamotto.
So you don't trust women now.
So do you trust women?
Yeah,
Double
You
KO.
do you have sex out of wedlock?
You're mine.
I plead the fifth.
The mystic arts
Would you
won't
have
fail
sex
me
out of
again.
wedlock?
Yeah,
You would.
yeah.
And why?
I mean, sometimes things just happen.
What do you mean?
Like,
Are
what?
you a slut maker?
What is a slut maker?
You.
What is that? No, like, what is a slut maker? I
A
don't know.
man
What that
who
is.
has sex out of wedlock.
I guess I am a slut maker then.
You a slut maker?
But that makes it sound like
Only 60
I'm making
seconds
this
left.
girl a slut for having sex with me. That's not the case. If anything, I'm
I
the
am
slut for
strengthened
having sex.
No, she's
Like,
a slut for having it with you without being married.
why?
Wait, so the woman is a slut, not the man?
Right, women are sluts, and men who have sex out of wedlock, and men are slut makers. So are you a slut maker?
I don't want to define myself as a slut maker. I
Well,
feel
you
like the
could
people
be
that
one,
I
right?
do stuff with are not slutty or
But you're
anything.
turning them into sluts.
Okay. The definition of a slut is somebody who has sex with multiple partners, like at a time, like a lot of them. And it's like they just go around and they don't care. Like having sex out of wedlock does not make you a slut.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Women who have sex out of wedlock are sluts,
That's
and
not
men who have
true.
sex with them are slut makers.
No, that's
Are
not
you a
true.
slut maker?
No, I'm a virgin.
You a virgin?
You'll need
You
a
never had sex out
top-notch
of
team
wedlock?
to win this
Oh.
one.
Is that the truth?
Of course.
Right on. So what do you think about this slut maker?
I think he's a beautiful slut maker. I mean, he's a good
Yes.
guy. He's a good guy. I've talked to him before. He's
So, oh, you met him before?
in the lobby.
Oh, and then you thought right away, this is a good slut maker.
Yes.
He's a good guy. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him.
No, he really is a decent young man. That's why I invited him to the show. So he has no shame about being a slut maker. What do you think about that?
I'm not judgmental. He wants to live his life the way he wants.
As a slut maker.
Yeah. Who am I to judge?
Amazing. What do you think about him being a virgin at 20 years old?
I think that's
21.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, do your thing.
Are
Wait
you
until
going to wait
30
until you get
seconds
married?
before you attack.
That's the plan.
Get ready.
And why?
I think it's same thing I said earlier. I wouldn't have sex with someone I wouldn't trust in my life. So I think they're a little correlated.
And so what do you think about the slut maker over there that's sleeping with anything coming along?
Anything?
I am so picky.
So did you know before today that you're a slut maker?
The battle
I still
starts in
disagree
5,
that I'm a slut maker.
4, 3,
Sure,
2,
but
What?
So I still disagree that I'm a slut maker.
But
I
you
don't-
are. Think about it. You make it slut.
That's not sluts.
What is it then?
A slut is not someone who has sex. That's like, isn't that like technically like what is it when you have sex out of before you're married? It's not called a slut.
Premarital.
Yeah, it's premarital sex.
So do you live on your own or at home?
I live at home.
Beta. Why are you living at home? You're a grown man.
Why would I want to move out? I help
Because
my,
you're a man.
but I help my parents around the house.
They don't need your help. Why don't you go out and become a man? Why are you living at
Because
home?
the
All the
money-
girls live at home until their husband come and get them.
The money I make, I
Are
invest.
you waiting for someone to come and get you?
Sure.
Are you waiting for your husband?
No, I am not waiting for my husband. I hope that answers the question.
And then why are you waiting at home? You're 21 years old. I
Yeah.
left home at 18. Amazing.
I mean, for someone as young as me, I think a year is pretty long.
So you, when you meet a girl, they ask, where do you live? You say, I live with mama.
I met a girl at the gym literally yesterday, and I told her, and she wants to grab coffee on Tuesday.
I bet she did.
Yeah.
She like, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Right? And
So she's a good one too.
how old were you when you left home?
Oh, when I left home, 22.
And then you left home. Now he's out there being homeless and making his own way.
But I'm 21.
Half
so
a
do I-
male.
But do I still not
Except
have
for
a
the
year
sex
left?
part.
So do I still not have a year left? I'm only 21.
No, you're supposed to be home at 18.
Why? And struggle?
Yeah.
What's the minimum wage right now?
It
1250.
doesn't matter, get 2 jobs.
Why?
You know how the Mexicans get 2 jobs.
Yeah, because they have to.
But
And
okay, on that note, Mexicans are very family oriented, and most of them live with like 5, 6, 7, 8 people who are family members.
Exactly.
So they're not
They're
just.
baiters.
It's just a different way
I
of
think
living.
that's smart. That's a multicultural. Yeah, multicultural.
It's their culture.
It goes back to where we
You
were.
guys are proving my point. There's something wrong with the millennials.
So you think I'm
Having
big?
parties,
So you-
I
computer,
don't think
and
anybody's proved any points here today at all, actually. It's kind of just been like talking around in circles, and then you say, yes, you proved my point.
so here's my point. You support abortion as a woman's choice. You can kill your child if you want. Doesn't feel like you support abortion. You dance with the boys at the club. You okay with it?
I don't go to clubs. I have no opinion.
See, what I get from you, if you don't mind me saying, you're very this or that, this or that. See, everything we've talked about, there's been situations, there's been different levels of it in between, but you're like, yes or no, yes or no.
Have you ever taken an IQ test?
IQ? No.
Why not? They share the results?
That's beta.
Really?
I don't need one to tell me how smart I am.
That's kind of true in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah, ladies, you are.
Well, intelligence is based, nowadays, is based off of education. Being educated does not mean intelligence. Like, I can go with my
But
dad and build
education
a house.
nowadays-
But I can go with my dad and build a
Yeah.
house. Could you do that with your dad? So, who's more intelligent in that situation?
I mean, we all have a cluster. I can build a car with my dad.
That's
so-
what I'm saying. So, when it comes to cars, you're much more intelligent than me.
Yeah.
When it comes to computer science, you're much more, but when it comes to other stuff, I'm more intelligent than you. So, intelligence, the way it's based off in this country, it just does not make sense at all.
You waste your time at school.
No, you're not wasting time at school.
And you waste
You are not wasting time at school.
And you waste your time staying at home with mama.
That's not a waste of time
I'm
either.
living
Stay
a
with
pretty
your
good
parents
life.
as long as you can.
Exactly. Yeah. You see,
Ooh, that's bad advice.
I'm living a pretty good
But
life.
you're gonna take that advice from a slut.
Of course.
Yes.
He's a good sub maker.
So I need you guys to answer real quickly.
Yes. Yeah.
I gotta put you in the hot seat, all right?
Okay.
I'll start here. Do you want your wife to work or stay at home?
Whatever she wants.
How about you?
Whatever she wants.
My work here is not
Beta.
Get that vehicle moving again!
Is it possible to have perfect peace?
No.
What do you say?
Yes.
Beta. Well, thank you guys for coming on. That was fun.
Thank you for having me.
And I already knew you guys were beta.
I won't make the
Thanks
same
for watching The
mistakes
Fallen State. We need your continued support. Donate to my nonprofit here. Subscribe and like the videos here. And tell everybody and their mama about the show. So let me ask, I have a lot of
Put on a show!
my show here. And I noticed that liberals are easily triggered. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calm with people.
Why are so many liberals
It's because there's an enormous assault and bullshit coming at everybody in this country who's fair-minded these days and who cares about those who are in need and cares about the state of the environment, the planet, the country, the rule of law, the state of facts. And so there's a lot coming at us, and we need to speed up our pace at addressing these problems. And when there's a lot of bullshit and there's a guy literally making up garbage every day and his followers swallow it up, they should call him his swallowers, because they really just swallow whatever he gives them, puts right in their mouth. And you're doing the same. Just take whatever that Trump says uncritically. He makes up things and they're facts to you. And he
deviate.
and then facts even about our troops.
So you're saying
Even about our troops, that's not a fact.
You're saying that liberals are easily triggered because after a while they can't handle the situations that are happening in their life?
No, because it's very important to be passionate about the problems we're facing.
Amazing.
Triggered is the same as being passionate about things.
So even for the men as well?
Say it.
Even for the men, it's okay that they should be triggered, that they give in to being triggered because they're being passionate.
Well, men historically are a lot more triggerable than women. Women are, generally speaking, more even keeled in a public square. Men are the ones who started all the wars in history. Look at it. Facts or not facts? Facts or not facts? Ignore the question. All right.
Are most liberal men beta men? Beta male? Why are they usually triggered? Because only a beta male would be triggered.
No, because Trump snowflakes are the most triggerable people in the world.
Have you ever
You
been
say
triggered?
one thing against Trump and they lose their minds.
Have you ever been triggered before?
Sure.
When the last time you were triggered?
I get triggered oftentimes.
And when you in a situation and you are triggered, what happens during that situation that makes you lose it?
People say lies blatantly to my face. They share opinions that disregard the well-being of millions of people in this country to just for some reason line further the pockets of rich corporations that they don't even work for or benefit from because they're brainwashed by the president. And that's pretty scary and triggering to me.
On your video I saw where you were triggered on Tommy Lahren show. What was that like to be triggered in front of women?
You don't like women so much.
No, what was that
Respect
like
them.
for you to be triggered in front of women?
It doesn't bother me to be triggered in front of a woman any more than it does in front of a man because I think all people are equal. It's an idea you should look into.
You were not embarrassed by that the women saw that you were being triggered?
Oh no, I don't have a fragile male ego like you do. I have a very strong male ego that is able to show a full range of emotions and not have it trouble me like a very weak exterior that you're putting out to the world. I'm comfortable having emotion in front of all people, even in front of animals.
Even one of the women made a joke about you being triggered. He said, "Whoa, what is he, a comedian?" Did that bother you though?
Well, it was a very unintelligent, silly comment.
In what way?
Because she saw my clear, real emotion, and she just tried to diffuse it by not acknowledging the reality of it, because there's no facts that can defend these indefensible policies, refusing even common sense gun control.
Did you feel like a beta male when she made a joke about you being triggered?
No, I don't look at humanity or masculinity in such stark, primitive, uninformed terms as beta or alpha.
Beta!
Alpha! I'm alpha, baby, but a true alpha?
Did you feel like an alpha male when you were triggered and the woman made a joke about you being triggered?
Oh, absolutely, I did.
You felt like an alpha?
Absolutely, I did. That's why my mic is going down. It's a pretty strong thing to do.
Are you
Strong.
married?
Oh, I'm not married. But let me say one thing. And I'm having, by the way, so much premarital sex it would blow your mind. But let me make very clear something else. One of the great problems with society is that people think admitting mistakes or showing emotion is weakness. It's the exact opposite. People who are afraid to admit mistakes, unable to because they think it'll crack the shell of their very fragile Humpty Dumpty ego, or afraid to show emotions and have to have this rigid, false, 50-year-ago version of what masculinity is, are people who are so fragile that they lose their mind if you make one joke about their dear leader Trump. To be a real man, you have to be able to experience the full range of emotion, admit a mistake, and let it make you stronger because you now have learned from your mistakes, and not have some fragile ego like Trump does that you can't ever admit a mistake as though you're some Messiah when he's a clearly lying moron.
When you
That's
were-
a beta male. Trump's a beta male.
Okay, I got it. When you were growing up,
Yeah,
were you raised by your father and mother?
you better believe it.
They both were in the home?
Yep.
And did your mother trigger your father?
Probably, sometimes.
And you would see your father being triggered by your
And
your
vice
mother?
versa.
But you would see your father
You'll
being
need a
triggered by
top-notch team
your
to
mother?
win this one.
At times.
And did you think that, oh, I love my dad. He's triggered by my mother. You think that was normal at the time?
Well, of course it's normal. Healthy relationships are ones that are two-way relationships and equal. And again, I know you want to go back to like a 1950s,
So when you
keep
were
the
a
woman in the
kid,
kitchen kind of vibe. And
So
I know
we-
you also have said that you think one of the biggest mistakes America made was giving women the right to vote. It's an insane opinion, but you can have it because it's America and we have free thought.
when you were a kid
Yeah.
and you would see your mother trigger your father,
Mm-hmm.
you would think as a kid, right on. My dad is being triggered by my mother. You would think that that was normal?
No, my thought would be, I love to see two equal people have an equal argument in a
30
relationship.
seconds
So
before
you
you
love
attack.
seeing your father
Get
being
ready.
triggered?
I just like seeing people deal with things issue by issue and not stick in these
Something has
camps
changed
that
in
for
you,
some
Lena.
reason
You're not
people
the
like you
innocent
love to
child
put people
I
into
once
camps and not see people and things issue by issue. You like to have these old, disproven,
think I'll
false
just take your
archetypes.
word
That's
on
all you
that
can
one.
see the world under. It's a very simplistic way to see the world.
So you like seeing your father being triggered by
You
your
see how you
mother?
won't engage me in the conversation, you just keep going back to your same questions.
3,
You like
I'm advancing the conversation and you will not, you won't even respond to it, let alone acknowledge it. You won't respond to my thoughts. You just keep repeating your question, trying to get a gotcha of me saying
No, I'm
something.
trying to get an answer from you.
I've answered every
So
question.
you're saying, yes, I like seeing my father being triggered
I
by
did
my
not
mother.
say yes. You weren't listening.
That's what I'm waiting for, an answer.
I already
for that.
answered many
I
times.
told you I'm black and slow. I need like answers, yes and no sometimes. But you know how black people are. Well,
And I just see humans.
you never been a black.
Sometimes I see lime green or orange humans.
So let me ask, were you happy seeing your father being triggered by your mother?
When was the last time you cried?
You're not answering my
When was the last time you cried?
Answer my question.
No, my question was first. Order of
I can't remember that.
but
Maybe
you have cried.
I have before.
What
I
makes you
used to
cry?
be a beta male too.
Okay.
I was weak like you are. And I
Oh,
was,
really?
I used to be easy trigger, beta male.
So if you ever
I
cry-
would cry at the movie.
So if you ever cry, you're beta male?
One time I cried over my girlfriend and I went to a movie and I cried. And when I got home, mommy said, "Why you crying?" I just said a sad movie.
Huh. It's a beautiful tale. But if you ever cry
now
now,
that
if you
I
ever
answered
cry, you're
that-
a beta male?
Now that I asked you that, when you saw your mother triggering your father, you thought, "Wow, that's cool."
Nope.
What did you think when you saw your father being triggered by your mother?
I just thought, oh, my parents are fighting again.
And how about when your father was triggering your mother?
Same.
It didn't bother you to see that your father was weak?
It's weak to you both ways?
With your father, when your mother did it to your father.
No, because, like, you
it
keep not
didn't
hearing-
bother, It didn't bother you.
No,
to
because you
see-
keep not acknowledging the saying. I do not
You didn't see it as a weakness.
I do not see it as weakness to
Okay.
show emotion or to be able to have a equal relationship.
Are you an emotional
I see
person?
that as strength, sure. Are you?
No.
At all? Sad to not have emotion in life, huh?
No, it's sad to
Just a
have it.
mechanistic way to live?
It's sad to have it.
Really, the whole point of life is to feel it.
Yeah, real men are not, alpha males are not emotional males.
Really, that's so sad.
Only beta males. But let me ask,
Feeling life to you is
are you
weakness?
in favor
You
of
should
the
just go
big,
through like a soldier?
Are you in favor of the big, beautiful wall going up around the border?
No, it's such a dumb idea.
It's a dumb idea to put the wall up around the border.
It is not a racist idea like some liberals paint it, but it's a dumb idea.
And why is it a dumb idea?
Because it's ineffective. Because a lot of illegal, undocumented people come through tunnels, which hot tip for underwalls, because it is very expensive to pump the money, because already they're going to have flood doors opened up for months at a time in these walls to avoid floods in the wall and crushing it, which kind of would obviously allow immigrants to come through that wall because people are already chainsawing through it. He claims it's indestructible, but it's not. He needs to cut through it.
And
Trump said in one of his rallies,
when you say it's
there'll be
not-
no way over the wall unless you have like a ladder, which,
am
hot
ready
tip,
to put
there
on
are
a
ladders.
show.
When you
And people
say
can climb
it's
over them
not-
with them.
When you say it's not racist, why do you say it's not racist to have a
Because we
wall?
can protect our borders. I think it's a smart idea to protect our borders.
And that's not racist?
No.
Okay. Are you in favor of Israel having a wall?
No, I mean, I really don't like the way that the Palestinian people are oppressed with no end in sight. I think there's a real problem, and there was an enormous amount of attacks coming, and the wall did help cut down on that. And so it's a hard issue. We have to get to a two-state solution ASAP. I was recently spent a lot of time in Israel and in the Palestinian territories. I spent time in Ramallah and Bethlehem, and wanted to get to know both sides in a very real way. And it's humans on both sides. It's a very hard issue on both
So
sides.
this is a dumb idea for Israel to put a wall up.
You know, they were facing murderous suicide bomb attacks all the time.
So you're saying no, it wasn't a dumb idea for Israel to put a wall up, right?
I don't think that was a dumb idea. I don't think
But
it's
it's
the
a
way
dumb
forward.
idea for America to put a wall up.
Yeah, we don't have suicide bomb attacks coming from that side of the border all the time.
So
Or ever.
we don't know that for sure.
I do.
But we do have drug
A lot of-
wars, we have gang members, we have.
Right, but all that can still
rapists,
come through a wall.
We have all that coming across our borders.
His
right?
wall's not even a wall, it's a
But
fence. You can pass
for
drugs through it.
America, we
But you
say-
acknowledge-
But for America,
Do we
we
even
say
have-
it's a dumb idea, but for Israel, it's not a dumb idea.
Do we even have this?
Who do you love most, Israel or America?
America. Do we even have?
So why would you want to protect America
Like I
as
said,
you want to
Because,
protect
like I
Israel?
said, it's another lie of Trump. That's just
No, we're not talking about Trump right now.
Hold on.
But why
We are
would
talking
it,
about Trump.
why would it not be a dumb idea for Israel to protect themselves? And I believe it should. But it's a dumb idea for America to
I
protect
just
itself.
answered you because, first of all, it's an actual wall in Israel. You're aware that Trump's wall is a fence and there's holes in it, right? So drugs can be passed through it. Can we at least acknowledge the
Are you
mutual fact
okay
that
if-
holes are not walls?
How about this? Let's say the president built a
Can
wall.
we acknowledge the
How
mutual
about if
fact
the president
that
built
drugs
the same
go
wall
through?
that Israel has? Just like Israel wall.
No, we don't need
The
it.
same identical wall.
We don't need
Would
it.
still be a dumb
We
idea.
can't afford it. We have a much bigger border. Israel's entire country is 7 miles long. The United States is thousands and thousands of miles long. We cannot afford it.
Should we put illegal aliens before American?
Of course not.
Were you born here or in Israel?
Born here.
You were born here.
Yep. It's like a run for president, baby.
Oh yeah, you can't run if you're not born here, right?
Yep.
Ask Obama about
Although I guess now,
Ask
Real-
Obama about that.
oh really, you're even our birther as well? Everything Trump says, you just suck it up. You're a swallower of
Ask
Donald Trump.
Obama about that, buddy.
I am ready to put on a
Judge, jury, executioner!
Really years. It's just now we know all about them. And fresh scrutiny is happening on one of the state's biggest political names while all that fraud is going on. Far-left Democrat Ilhan Omar is facing a House investigation involving her and her husband. You see, their financial fortunes have exploded in the last few years. Disclosures about Pin My Next wine business have jumped from just $51,000 to nearly $30 million a year. That's a stunning rise. And you know what else is rising? Eyebrows. Especially given Omar and her allies' long history of railing against wealth, profit, capitalism.
We need to make sure that we're holding special interests accountable, that we're getting money out of politics, that we are taxing the super rich, that the 1% gets to pay their fair share.
Our choice spaceship billionaires like Elon Musk and Donald Trump himself.
Those kinds of spoiled child that they are rolling in are not they aren't working for those billions of dollars. They're stealing them. They're stealing them from you.
Well, from all that, maybe Ilhan Omar is building some toy spacecraft that we don't know about. Chief Congressional Correspondent Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. Chad.
Yes, good morning. The wealth of Presley and Omar have jumped since they were elected to Congress. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer took the unique step of asking his panel to probe Omar and not the Ethics Committee.
The Ethics Committee has jurisdiction over members of Congress. The two businesses in question are owned by Ms. Omar's husband. So the Ethics Committee does not have jurisdiction over a spouse, only a member.
Omar contends she did nothing wrong. but says her rapid wealth stems from her husband. He has a consulting business which may be worth millions. Plus, the couple had an interest in a California wine operation. The wealth of congressional spouses is complicated, especially if they are responsible for most of the income.
Pick your hero or villain.
Sometimes
I'm not
there's
judging.
income that they're bringing in where there are questions as to whether
to be a witch
the way
to
that
find the
income is
magic in
made
this world.
may conflict
But it
with
does
the
help.
day-to-day job duties of the member of Congress.
Oversight Committee Democrats find it strange that their committee is probing Omar.
I don't think that we should be playing politics with this committee. It's unprecedented to go after another member. There's a procedure. There's a House Ethics Committee. We've never done that with members. There's a different procedure for House Ethics, which we have. So I don't know why we're going to politicize the committee.
Now, on the wine operation, one label was called Blockchain. It was described as featuring aromas of blackberry and baking spices.
30 seconds
The
before
sales
you
pitch
attack.
said you
Get
would
ready.
not want to trade it even on the dark web. It sold for $7, Harris.
You have to sell a lot of bottles to get to millions.
What's the matter?
Interesting.
Too cold for
Chad,
comfort?
thank you. And focus
Well,
now.
let's just
Kaylee
say
McGee
sugar
White, a Fox
around
News
here
contributor.
reminds me of
Look,
when I
there's a
was
whole lot of
going
money on
fast.
Capitol Hill, both sides of the aisle. And
battle
you could
starts
say
in
that
5,
you want to follow all the
4,
money trail. Look at the
3,
Shesh Fund
2,
years ago,
1.
where women were being quieted
All you
for
need
some
to
of the
do is capture the
discrimination that was
mission
going
area.
on the
Got
Hill.
it?
So we get that. This is a very
Nice of
specific
y'all to show up here.
case.
But
Why
where
is
the
that?
heck were you when me and
Yeah, I was doing a
Randy
bit of
tied the
research
knot?
into Tim Manette, Ilhan Omar's husband's various businesses, and his investment firm. It has no known clients, no known investment deals. It doesn't even have an active SEC registration. And his winery, which is also purportedly making him millions of dollars per year, has no online presence. It has no marketable products available for purchase online. And get this, back in 2024, an investor into that winery actually sued Manette and his business partners, alleging that they had fraudulently misrepresented the winery as a legitimate business operation. So yeah, maybe there's a version of events here in which, of course, all this is conveniently timed with his wife's election to Congress and her growing considerable influence in the Democratic Party. And maybe there is a version of events in which Ilhan Omar and her husband have just been extremely fortunate. But in that case, you would think that Ilhan Omar might be a bit more appreciative for this country and the ways in which it's aided her success. But I look at these events and I think they have cracked the Hunter Biden playbook. And I think that there are many other people in Washington, D.C. who watched the success of the influence peddling scheme that the Biden family ran. And more importantly, they saw that the Biden family faced zero consequences for that scheme. And they decided to try and replicate the results themselves. So I do hope that James Comer is successful at cracking what is actually going on here, because I think that she's probably not the only one in Washington with some considerable wealth to answer for.
Look, that's exactly where I started. There's a whole lot of money on Capitol Hill, and I just wondered why this particular case. It's also probably the timing of the fraud to the billions that have been uncovered in her state. So it's a complicated issue. And she has some apparent in a House committee explaining to do. Speaking of millions, I want to talk about people, not money. Millions of Americans chose faith, family, and freedom. Turning Point USA hosted the first ever halftime show, headlined by Kid Rock. It racked up 5 million views on YouTube alone, 26 million total views across several platforms. Now, the show also included this tribute to late Turning Point founder,
I want to honor God in all that I do. My wife and my kids are related to God. You choose D, the difficult, the right path over the easy path. You, your family, and this beautiful Namor's beast have been returned.
Turning Point USA spokesperson Andrew Clovet says this was just the beginning.
We're going to do another halftime show for the country next year at 20 million at very minimum. I think that number is going to go higher, 40, maybe even 50 in the next 24 hours. People are paying attention. And, you know, if you give us a year to plan this thing, I'm really excited to see what we can pull off. But we got to do it for the country.
Humanity for the better.
You know, Kaylee, I thought
That
about this
time
last
has
night. This isn't just a Republican or a conservative thing. There are people across the spectrum who have faith and love in their hearts. To get a number that big,
30 seconds
perhaps
before
some
you
of them
attack.
turned away
Get ready.
from what was going on at the halftime show during the NFL and watch some of this.
Yeah, well, and it's also the family-friendly choice to tune into Turning Point's alternative. You know, much has been made about the fact that Bad Bunny sang solely in Spanish, but the fact is, Harris, he wouldn't have been able to sing his lyrics in English because they are so profane and vulgar that the FCC would have pulled the show entirely. So this, again, was the family-friendly option, and I think that a lot of people watched Bad Bunny's performance and they thought, okay, he celebrates his heritage, he celebrates his culture, but why is everyone else in the world allowed to do that except for us? This was a uniquely American event, and we aren't allowed to celebrate our own culture, our own heritage in the 250th anniversary of our country. I think that says a lot about that.
Well, Charlie Puth sang beautifully the anthem, and then that gorgeous military flyover. I mean, there were a lot of moments that people take in that were pro-American, but then what you just described was going on too.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily from Catch me and my co-host Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
Right now, President Trump's top immigration chiefs are testifying on Capitol Hill. The U.S. House Homeland Security Committee is questioning them on enforcement operations as they were dealing with doing their jobs, arresting criminals and essentially illegally in Minnesota. While the agitators there stalked federal agents, terrorized church service, and more. Total chaos in Minnesota. This congressional hearing has already produced some fireworks.
This commitment has a cost. We are facing the deadliest operating environment in our agency's history. The families of personnel, ICE personnel, have been made to feel unsafe in their homes. I know this firsthand because my own family was targeted. But let me send a message to anyone who thinks they can intimidate us. You will fail.
And as that testimony is unfolding, the Department of Homeland Security is painting a stark picture. Attacks on ICE agents are surging. Assault on agents up by 1,300%. Vehicle attacks up by 3,200%. And death threats up a staggering 8,000. Congressional correspondent Wilma Luzin outside that hearing.
Hey, Harris, good morning to you. That hearing has been underway for about an hour or so now. And at the start of the hearing, the committee's top Democrat, Congressman Benny Thompson, asked the committee to use his opening statement to take a moment of silence for Alex Preddy and Renee Good. He then slammed DHS. Take a listen.
The Trump administration has devoted the full resources of the federal government to blocking a legitimate investigation into Ms. Good's killing. If that isn't a sign of guilt, I don't know what is.
Meanwhile, CBP Commissioner Rodney Scott used his opening statement to slam the Biden administration's open border policies. Then he touted the success the Trump administration has had with securing the border.
We've achieved record low illegal crossings between ports of entry. Border Patrol apprehensions along the southwest border totaled over 90,000 for the entire year. That's a number that used to represent a single month under the Biden administration.
Acting ICE Director Tom Lyons testified that ICE currently has about 13,000 ICE agents deployed in the field nationwide, and of that number, roughly 3,000 agents are equipped with body-worn cameras, with another 6,000 cameras about to be deployed. He then talked about ICE's arrest numbers.
From January 20th, 2025 to January 2026, ICE has conducted nearly 379,000 arrests. Among those arrests were more than 7,000 suspected gang members and over 1,400 known as suspected terrorists.
So Harris, the Q&A phase just started a short time ago. That is when we're expecting some of the fireworks to happen. Right before I walked out, there was an interesting exchange between Congressman Eric Swalwell and Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons. Swalwell asked him, would he apologize to the families of Alex Preddy and Renee Good for members of the Trump administration referring to them as domestic terrorists. Director Lyons said no, he would not apologize. Then Swalwell countered and said, well, do you agree with their comments? Director Lyons said, I'm not going to comment on ongoing personnel issues and investigations.
From a Susan, thank you very much. In focus now, former acting ICE director and former DHS Deputy Assistant Secretary Jonathan Fahey. Jonathan, great to have you on the program. So we are in a different spot than we have been. And I want to get your take on just kind of where we've been juxtaposed to where we are now under Border Czar Tom Homan.
I think one of the most important things that I think is getting across in this hearing, hopefully from ICE and Border Patrol, is how successful they've been in this last year, meaning all of the deportations, 95% border crossings have been down, and how these things tie in to the overall societal good, meaning our crime rate is at record low, murder rates are at historic lows. Overdose rates are the lowest, death rates are lower than every year during the Biden administration significantly. And I think what Tom Homan bringing to the picture is really this focus on getting the criminals, but also it's really revealing what the Democrats' true motives are, because with him going in there and just saying, hey, we just want to cooperate with the local law enforcement, turn over your bad guys from the jail, it kind of smokes them out, meaning the Democrats, what their true motivations are in this, which really is to keep all illegal aliens essentially in the country. But I really hope they bring it to the American people's attention. This has been one of the greatest successes in the history of law enforcement this last year, with both CBP and ICE keeping our community significantly safer and removing a lot of bad guys.
Yeah, you know, also at this hearing, I'll be listening for this detail, because a lot of Americans have died in drug cartels. They're killer drugs. And that has really dwindled to nearly nothing. And the kind of pressure that this administration has put on the cartel and, of course, secured the border is worth getting into today. I don't know if people see it who are not in border states, but that affects the entire country.
You're exactly right, and that's why it's so important that all of these things are interrelated, meaning ICE arrests internally are related to border security, because if people come across illegally like they did on the Biden, they knew they were getting to stay. So this has disincentivized the crossing and also makes it much harder for drug cartels, because Border Patrol can now focus on drug cartels versus having to deal with all the migrants coming over. And again, we are, the drug overdose deaths were down to around 70,000. The numbers haven't been finalized for last year yet, but under the Biden administration, it was 102,000 average per year. So there's 30 more thousand people are alive today because of these actions, and it's getting better and better because President Trump is really taking it offensively to these cartels, and they don't like it because they're getting hit in the pocketbook.
Yeah, look, that's a blessing. You talk to emergency room physician assistants and doctors and nurses, and they will tell you that they can see a difference now, too. In fact, that's a big part of the story we need to lean in and do more on, because it's taking pressure off systems that really couldn't handle those types of situations showing up at the door, and how do you rescue if they didn't get something in time to stop the killing of that drug. Let's move to this. Not everybody's going to riot and be an agitator and put pressure and stalk and do all of that to federal agents. So there's just some people in Minnesota I know who live in there who just want to go to work. They just want to raise their kids. But we have seen so many horrific moments, chaos unfolding in Minnesota. However, DHS says they are getting a handle on it now, arresting nearly 160 people for blocking or assaulting federal agents. And the Wall Street Journal's Bill McGurn has this advice for those anti-ICE protesters, saying, quote, those trying to disrupt lawful ICE operations claim an authority they don't have. If the people of Minnesota don't like the laws, the answer is to persuade their fellow citizens to change the laws through the democratic process. Jonathan, your reaction.
He's exactly right, and that's really the real issue here. This is really, Democrats always talk about that threat to democracy, but preventing valid laws from being enforced. That's the core of our democracy. And these people, these I call it, if you want to call it protesters, rioters, are preventing that from happening, preventing the laws of the people from being enforced. And that's their sole intention. Their intention isn't to speak out, it's to prevent laws from being enforced. And what's so shameful about it for the Minnesota residents that you talk about, we have leaders like Walz and Jacob Bray that seem more interested in the politics of this than their actual responsibilities of keeping their communities safe. And they should be speaking out and saying to the community or to these protesters, these are valid laws being enforced, and do what Bill McGurn says. Hey, run for office, petition your congressman, but you can't just thwart, you can't subvert the law because, you know, if everyone can pick and choose what laws are being enforced, our society doesn't function. But this falls really on these leaders.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on Mayor Jacob Fry of Minneapolis. Governor Walz has spoken with the president, and at least things are moving along now. But if you're waiting for them to be less politicians, people may not know about this, but there's a Michigan elementary school, and it appears to be teaching students to hate ICE agents at a very young age. Take a look at these photos shared on social media by Michigan State Representative Matt Maddow, showing students with signs that say, "We hate ICE, and ICE should be in our drinks, not our city streets." One sign even says, "ICE out." Now we know where that came from, or at least we know where we've heard it recently, from Bad Bunny at the Grammys. None of this helps, but this feels more like an indoctrination now. Those kids are young.
This really speaks so poorly of our public school system as a whole and these unions, because they don't just do it on this issue, they do it on every issue. But wouldn't the responsibility of our school system to be saying, like Bill McGurn was saying, hey, if you don't like the law, if you don't like policies, we have this wonderful mechanism called Congress, called the president, called elections to change this, and that's what you should be doing. But to indoctrinate these students is so shameful, and I think you covered it yesterday, but so many of these schools with the ICE protests and things of that nature are also failing schools. These are places where people are learning to read and learning math, and it's like, what are the priorities? But you see that the union leader, Randy Weingarten, who's taken everything but education as head of the school union, but it really just speaks so poorly to our educational system. I hope parents stand up against this, because regardless of where you come out on the issues, you should want political indoctrination in your schools. It's just shameful as a place, plus they have more important things to do.
Well, former acting ICE director with us today, Jonathan Fahey, thank you for your time and expertise.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Capano. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
Showdown on Capitol Hill over ICE and President Trump's overall illegal immigration roundup. His agenda. The heads of 3 agencies testified yesterday before the House Homeland Security Committee. Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons stood by his agents and the administration's illegal immigration enforcement, or ICE. Democrats with some incendiary rhetoric.
Do you know what other